sooner or later.
Yeah, he really said that.
Alright, another day. Another day for Gothic.
What does he know about duty?
So, last time I was killing a bunch of razors in the canyon up here. And I was getting pretty tired and didn't want to have to explore all of that in the process of doing the quests. So now, I'm going to go and actually explore all that stuff. Try to do as much as I can in the canyon and see what we find. And right now I'm climbing a rock because why not? Alright. Just double check my inventory. Okay, I think I've already been in this cave on the left. Unless I had to reload a save or anything weird like that. Or there's a cave over here, right? Maybe the cave is a little further down. Maybe I already passed it. Here it is, okay. I think I've already been in here. Yeah, it was just some random plants in there. I, however, have not been in this little mine-looking thing. And I believe this is where you would go for a quest. Boy, I sure hope I turned atmospheric scaling on. Yep, okay, good. I think this is where you would go as sort of a quest option to get the key to Greg's hut from Francis. Since I've already done all of that, this doesn't necessarily... or doing that won't necessarily benefit me, but I'm sure there's still other cool things to find in here. Like a mine crawler and a potion. And mushrooms. Can never have too many mushrooms. Alright. More potion. This judge's staff is probably going to be either disappointing or something that I can't use. There's like, generally speaking, very few dexterity weapons in the game. And, like, I know that this Master Sword is basically the best dexterity sword. There is, I think, one that's does a little bit more damage, but it requires like an insane amount of dexterity to equip, and it doesn't even... I don't think it gives the 10% one-handed combat boost, so it's... it does a little bit more damage, but at what cost? And this treasure is not actually marked on the map. But, obviously, I can dig it up. And this, I think, is where Francis buried his journal or diary or something.
I think I've found something.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's in the other mine. There's like a mine shaft much deeper into this canyon. So Francis's diary is probably much further in. Oh wait, that's a dead end. There's probably like a lot of random plants and things that I've also missed. And I'm starting to get to a point where picking up random plants isn't really that interesting to me because I have so many plants. I have 220 healing plants. I will always pick up mushrooms because every 50 of these gets you 5 free mana. And then of course things like snapperweed, dragon root, meadow knotweed. Those are all necessary to brew potions, so of course I'm going to pick those up. But I might start getting to that point when I stop caring about picking up random herbs and things sooner rather than later. Oh, there's a potion that I missed. Looks like a boring old essence of healing. I've got 350 health, and I think that essence does... what, 50? Yeah, it's not a lot. Good evening. How's it going? There's probably like a bunch of random plants around this lake or pond. Maybe? There's a fish. It might be kind of boring if it's just a fish. Okay, good. There are a few things here. Alright, so I'm wearing the mine crawler plate. Whoa, that texture is horribly broken. Oh my goodness. Maybe if I don't... Okay, well... It's the mine crawler plate armor, but the textures are glitching out so bad right now. What is... Oh my god. So this armor is kind of a callback to Gothic 1. There's a guy in the Valley of Mines wearing this type of armor, and once you get to him, he tells you about it, and then you can go get Wolf the Mercenary to go make you a set if you bring him 10 crawler plates. Kind of like what he does in the first game. And it's, I think, probably like the best armor set you can get in Chapter 2, which is what I'm in. Maybe like the heavy militia armor is equivalent. I don't remember. That might have been 60 defense. This one's got 70. So right now I'm in Jarkandar from the expansion, just doing some exploration. We have like a hell beast or a fire devil. I'm not sure how strong this is gonna be. Thank you. Oh, what in the world? It just came to life all of a sudden. And meanwhile, my frame rate is just tanking. I hope that's just because of this enemy. What is my frame rate at? 25? 5? Good grief. That's not... Whoops. It's not very good. See, when I leave out here, it creeps back up to the high, into like the... where it should be. Like 115 frames. Standing perfectly still. And then like, you know, whatever. And then I come in here and then suddenly it's... like in the upper 20s.
Nothing to plunder.
That's really, really irritating. Alright. So I think this is one of the places I need to be for... like one of the main quests of this area. What's really interesting is that this treasure chest here is supposed to be like an ancient civilization, and yet it seems to use the exact same modern lockpicking system. So that's an anachronism. There we go. And there's a whole bunch of garbage in there. Yeah. Oh, that kind of... Oh, I did not expect there to be two of them right on the other side of that door. Ah!
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
We got another fire devil in there. I'm just gonna run back to the bed. I'm gonna sleep in the bed. There's a bed close enough. I don't need to spend forever eating all my food. I think the mercenaries are probably my favorite faction just because of their ties to the first game. A lot of those characters were mercenaries and rogues in the penal colony. But I think maybe the fire mage is probably like the most satisfying to play as. I think like playing as the novice early on is a pretty steep challenge because you don't have a lot of mana or strong offensive spells, and you're kind of trying to save points to invest in that stuff, so you can't go too heavily into normal combat skills, but you kind of also have to rely on that stuff. So that's kind of a fun gameplay element early on, and then you get the really powerful spells by the end, and so that's kind of a cool progression. Oh, there's Stone Sentinel. Can we get out of sneak mode?
Nothing to plunder.
I've played Gothic 3, I think, twice. I played once, like, right at the release, the initial launch in 2006, or 8, or whenever that was. And then again, maybe four years later, with the community patch. I don't really like Gothic 3. It's such a strong departure from what Gothic 1 and 2 were. And it just felt like, oh, okay, run away. Get out of sneak mode. Kind of just seemed like a really rough, unfinished game that kind of just... like, I think even if they had finished it properly, it still would have been like too much of a departure from the type of games that the originals were.
Nothing to plunder.
Yeah, it sure seems like Piranhabytes kind of saw the success that Morrowind was having, and then kind of kept up with the development of Oblivion and tried to jump on that bandwagon of bigger is better and huge sandboxy open world thing, and just kind of lost focus of what made Gothic 1 and 2 so good. I can actually read this one. So that kind of suggests that maybe the earlier ones of these that I couldn't read are in fact higher languages. Radames was imprisoned forever in the Temple of Adenos, but the power of the sword was not broken. Its influence had become too great. The killings in the streets would not stop. The wrath of Adenos ended everything. The sea raised itself over Jarkandar and flooded the whole city. Only the temples and structures in higher places were left almost untouched. The few who survived this catastrophe no longer had the strength to rebuild the city, and thus the fate of Jarkandar was sealed. Just a little bit of backstory here. I think Quarhodron is the name of like the main warrior leader or something, and if I remember correctly, Radames was like his son or his second in command. Because only guardians of the dead could call the ancestors. Their absence hurts deeply. Without the council of the ancestors, we are at the mercy of our people. The healers were sent to seal the portal and destroy the key. Only Adenos knows what happened to them or if they even achieved their goal. The warrior caste has been destroyed by the wrath of Adenos. The heart of the old warrior prince is broken. Only the remaining priests Sorry about that. Oh goodness. I just exited out of this. Only the remaining priests raise hopes and preach constantly of the rebirth of our once magnificent city. However, we scholars know the bitter truth. Jarkandar has fallen and will fade in the river of time. Oh my goodness. What? Why does this happen? This wasn't happening yesterday. I mean, it was to certain items, but not to my armor. It only seems to happen around, like, these ancient, like, stone things. And it seems to have been fixed. Oh, but now this thing's glitching out. I saw it do it briefly. Whatever. That was happening earlier. Alright, I want to read this one again. Warrior caste, only the priests, all the scholars know they're healers. It's like 4 tiers or factions or whatever of builders, I guess. Sounds like there's another fire devil. I'm also gonna assume there's another 1 or 2 stone sentinels, yep.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Oh, that's, unexpected. That's the, first time that I've seen a fire devil, or a shadow beast for that matter, start strafing out of that stun lock pattern. Or at least actually get out of the stun lock pattern. What in the world? Ah! Why has this one got
Nothing there.
like such nimble moves? I've never seen a Shadow Beast do that, and this Fire Devil is clearly modeled like basically just a reskinned Shadow Beast. Korhodron's age made it impossible for him to lead our army, and so the priests insisted on their right to command over him. They instructed him to resign his office and pass on the sword. The Council of Five was to determine his successor. However, the warrior caste denied the council a choice. The warriors would no longer submit to the Council of Five and selected his son, Radames, as their new leader. Out of pride and confidence in his own flesh and blood, Korhodron decided to give in to them. He delivered the sword to his son in the hope that he would wield it with the same strong hand that he had himself. I like how we're getting like Legend of Zelda style thing where they just randomly capitalize important names and locations. Oh, this could be bad. I didn't realize my health was so low.
Nothing to be had there.
See, this one's getting that glitchy texture too. And I don't know what these textures are supposed to be, if they're like book spines or... Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Radames was weak. The will of the swords overcame him and made him its tool. Not even the healers could alleviate the suffering and the atrocities he brought upon our people in his blindness. The sword quickly recognized that the people were too weak to thwart its plans. Only the power of our ancestors could still withstand it. And so it had Radames banish or execute all the guardians of the dead, thus shattering all hope of release from this evil. But thus not a single guardian of the dead was left when the remaining 4 disempowered leaders of our people made the the bitter decision to surrender Jarkandar. War raged in the streets as the healers set out to seal the only entrance to our valley forever. So this might be like a quest or something that I can... information that I can relay to the water mages. And perhaps only if I had learned the language of the peasants. In these halls, Corhodron, the high priest, Cardaman, and myself discussed a way to defeat Radames and the sword. Corhodron and Cardaman were of the opinion that Radames could be defeated in battle with united strength. But I knew the power of the sword too well to believe that possible. So I made use of my right to veto the decision of the others. I decided instead to overcome Radames with a ruse. Corhodron obeyed the decision of the council. He proceeded to the temple of Adanos and sent for his son. His son's hatred had taken such form that Radames stormed the temple in a wild frenzy to execute his father. He only recognized our plans when it was too late for him. Corhodron closed the holy chambers of the temple behind him and Radames was trapped in the temple for all time. Okay. We have a ring that I'm gonna hope is one of the set rings. Like Ring of the Warriors or something. Man, I have no idea what it is. I think I already had the Ring of the Healers. Might be a Ring of Magic. I don't know. Nice. Ah! That might be all I can do in this place right now. Or ever, for that matter. There's a yellow tablet that I think I need to bring back to Satyrus. I think I can talk to... I forget if it's Riordian or Medarian. One of the guys who teaches you about the language of the builders. I think I can go... Somebody, I think I can go kind of relay the story of what I discovered here. But before I do all of that, there's still more to explore in the canyon. Okay. There's a random X for like buried treasure marked way up in the north. So I think there's a cave mine shaft that I can get to. Ooh, I missed a leather satchel. And a light fish. I can find the light fish. I think the light fish has lockpicks in it, or like 15 gold, 25 gold. That's the herring. Oh, it's like way down here. Okay, 3 lockpicks. So I think this overpass will lead somewhere. But there's still more to be done in this section of the canyon, which I think terminates in a dead end. Leather satchel and wind fist scroll. Getting a lot of leather satchels just randomly hanging out here in the middle of nowhere. Sure seems like a really big hole in the middle of this platform, but obviously there's collision on it, so I can stand in the hole. I mean, I'm glad they put the collision mesh over that, because if you're not gonna cover up a thing, then don't make me have to... Oh, geez, I almost like fell into a hole there. Oh god, I'm just gonna get off of that. Oh god, I really wish they would tell you what type of ring it is, instead of just saying generically ring. Ring of the Priests, that's what it must be. Got a rapier, which I think is one of only like 3 or 4 dexterity swords in the game. Yeah. I've already got a better one than that, though. Amulet of Fire. That's kind of cool, but still pretty situational. Alright. This one is collapsed. Oh. Are there even wargs in Jarkandar? I guess there could be, because there was that small platoon of orcs, but it's kind of weird to find random warg skins lying around. And this indeed looks like the buried treasure spot that's marked on the map. So this is like some kind of altar, I guess. We got a... That might be a paladin rune. No, it's just a normal fire mage thing. Heal medium wounds.
I think I've found something.
A mysterious stone tablet, of which I have no idea what type it is, because they don't tell you. Unless it's life energy, though, like I have no intention of using it. Doesn't seem to be life energy. Oh, they just fell off there. And I think that just about does it for the canyon, unless there's some little nook somewhere that I missed. Aha! Once again, we got just a bunch of random leather satchels lying around. Is this one marked on the map? Yes, it is.
I think I've found something.
Ore's pretty cool. Bunch of scrolls. There we go. Blue Elder was like inside of that cactus. So let's take this overpass through the mountains. We got a lovely bloodhound up here. It's like a bunch of stuff here. More leather satchels. It's like a lightning bolt scroll, arrow. What type of bow is this? A beach bow. So I still only have 60 dexterity. So if it is better than what I'm using, I probably can't use it. Oh, that's even better than the previous best. I don't know that I'm ever gonna get my dexterity up that high though. Unless I start training my bow skills, I'm probably not gonna dump much more into dexterity. Although, no, because there are still people that I can pickpocket who will need even more dexterity than what I have, so there might be incentive to do that.
I think I've found something.
Silver ring, sulfur. More random stone tablets that I can't tell what they are. Okay. This is kind of a cool cave. Okay. What is this? Ice wave? Maybe? I think I hear mantises on my right. Can't really see what this scroll is. Rune power. Alright. That's kind of cool. As with like every sword I find, it's another strength weapon that I can't use, but still it's pretty powerful and valuable, so I can always sell that. Yeah, alright, so this leads to the... This is like the exit to this cave system that dumps me into the swamp, so I need to come back out here in a minute. There's still more stuff in this cave that I haven't checked yet. There's so many mushrooms. But I love me mushrooms. What am I up to? 247. I need 3 more before I can get a free... What, 25 mana? what type of ring is this? I have engraved ring, healer, priest, skill, invincibility, stone, skin, spirit, fire, iron, astral, magic, force. It looks like another ring of the healers. Which means I just need to get the amulet and then I can have the complete set. And with those ones, if you wear all 3 pieces, you get an extra bonus on top of it. And right now, the extra bonuses are probably not really worth me giving up the 10% sword training and the... What do I have? 5 dexterity or something like that equipped? But at a certain point, after I've leveled up some more, those will be really handy. Basically, once I no longer need the stat boosts from the rings I have currently equipped, I can ditch those and get things like extra health or extra weapon defense to be like a walking tank. Alright, that's where I came from. It kind of just leaves like the center area here. And I thought there was supposed to be a troll or 2 in here. Maybe they don't spawn until later? I don't know. Like, I thought there was a troll right here. Alright, I guess I'll head into the swamp. Have I been here? There's like this bloody skeleton. Okay, yeah, let's go into the swamp now. So this is a fairly wide open area. Oh. I got a swamp gas drone. It's good to shoot those things because I think they, like, when they die, they explode and do a lot of damage to you. If you're close enough, that is. So the swamp is fairly big. It's like the biggest and most open area in the game. Unfortunately, the teleporter pad is not really very close to me. There's one inside the fortress where the bandit camp is, and there's one sort of in the south central area. So this is going to be a little more time consuming to explore thoroughly. Ah. So, supposed to be buried treasure behind me. So I guess that's in the cave. Not this cave, but... Is there anything up here? Ah, don't look like it. Okay, so the buried treasure is probably in this cave. With another flame devil. What's a flame devil doing out here? Why does it look like it's... It kind of looks like its ass is just on fire. Why is it only its ass? Ah! Oh, it hits really hard.
Nothing to plunder.
What do we got? Fire bolts and like rain of fire? Maybe? Ah. I was thinking that buried treasure was in this cave, but doesn't seem to be. Ah, right here. That was pretty easy.
I think I've found something.
Oh, dragon blood. That's cool. So many frogs or toads or whatever in the soundtrack right now. The ambient sound effects. If they wanted to make this accurate, you would hear a bunch of frogs ribbiting and croaking, and then followed by the immediate sounds of just dozens of them splooshing into the water as I get near. Alright. swamp sharks. These things were a royal pain in the ass in the first game because they had some sort of wonky, almost glitchy, broken... You see that animation it's making when I hit it? Like in the first game... Oh, this is the swamp shark that I need to find for a quest. Lose key.
Nothing to plunder.
But like every time you hit them, they would do that recoil effect as if they were being hit, and they'd kind of groan, and you know, it sounded and looked like they were being hit, but apparently they were actually blocking your attack somehow, and that you just did 0 damage. And it was just so annoying and ridiculous that I had to resort to using spells to kill them because melee damage just was not working, like practically at all. So those swamp shark teeth are pretty valuable. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more swamp sharks in here. I know there are more, I just gotta find them. I hear one, I see one. Also got to give props to the expansion for making sure all of its environments are fairly unique and distinct from what's in the base game already. Because like we didn't have a desert canyon or this type of swamp either. And like there kind of are parts that are similar to the serpentine pathways and like the cliffs or whatever, and the pyramid section. There's stuff kind of like that, and I guess the pirate coast too. Like that stuff's all been kind of done before in other places in the base game, but it's not as vibrant or like charismatic as the environments in the expansion. Oh. Oh, okay. They don't hit that hard, but I want to target the one on the right. Thank you. I was really struggling to target the one I wanted. There's another swamp shark somewhere. Man, these herbs and these plants and herbs just like...
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
What? Oh. Oh, I need to be wearing the bandit armor. I hope that NPC is not going to be permanently aggroed. I kind of forgot that he was there and that was a thing I had to think about. Alright. Let's hope he doesn't attack me. So far, so good. I'm gonna reload my save to fix the bow flexing glitch. Alright. Logan, hello.
There you are again.
Yep, I'm gonna steal your purse. I'll come back later.
I'll come back later.
Yeah, you just run away. I'll stay here and stop everything that gets too close. Look, a new face.
What?
Are you just gonna stand around here, or have you come to help me?
It depends. What do you need help with?
The swamp sharks are coming a little too close for me. High time to finish off a few of them.
What do I get for my help?
Franco will let you rot here if you do nothing. If you want to get into the camp, you'll have to lend a hand. You won't get any further here with just words. Besides, I can show you how to gut the beasts. But don't think Franco will send you straight into the camp just because we've had a little fun with the swamp sharks here. There are people out here who have been waiting a long time to get in. And the next one who gets in is me. It'd better be me.
What's in the camp then?
The question is what isn't in the camp. There are no swamp sharks, no swamp holes, no swamp at all. Instead, they have booze and gold. As far as I know, they even have a woman. Got
A
it?
woman. That's a luxury. Oh, man.
Show me how to gut animals.
If you want to learn something about blood flies, go to Ed Gore. He knows all about them. And if you want to gut swamp sharks or lizards, you have to know how to remove skins and teeth. I can show you that.
Apparently you can't, because your dialogue just disappeared.
Let's attack the swamp
I
sharks.
think they just
You
spawned
figured
more.
out how to get ahead here. I'm pleased. Psst. Hey, you hear that? Oh yeah, I hear them.
I see. And what do we do now?
We attack them,
They're coming.
obviously.
They've got an appetite for a bite of human flesh. Well, we'll see who gets eaten here. Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna murder some swamp sharks. Oh man, there's so many of them.
The only good swamp shark is a dead swamp shark. That'll be a warning to their brothers.
All right. Is there anything else to do? Otherwise, I'll take off.
Do that. If you want to learn anything else, you know where to find me.
Alright. It's so good that those are valuable. Of course, I have like a surprising amount of value just sitting around. Like, here's 1,400 gold right here, just in this bag. I've got still a bunch of random stuff I can sell. These things are, what, 2,400 in raw value, which means they probably sell for like 800 maybe. I hope Logan has a bed, because I don't want to have to heal by eating a bunch of... and he doesn't. Is there one in the cave? There is one in the cave. Also, I'm gonna steal from you, Tom. I hope you don't mind.
Trying to pick another fight with me, are you?
No, it was a misunderstanding when we attacked earlier. Or when you attacked, really.
Why are you sitting around here?
I've got problems. At the moment, it's better for my health if I'm not seen in the camp.
What's wrong?
I had really good relations with some of the pirates, you see. I was always meeting the boys outside their camp and trading. Man, I bought stuff for half the camp. Tom, bring me this. Tom, bring me that. And then that bastard Esteban got in between.
What happened?
Esteban sent Juan, one of his boys. The bastard waylaid us. I was just about to make a deal with the pirates when he came out of the dark and knocked me down with 2 blows. Man, that guy is fast, but not fast enough. I was able to get away from him.
And since the ambush, you've been hiding here.
First, I went back to the camp and let Fisk, Juno, and the others know that they could forget their delivery. And that Esteban was behind it. If Esteban finds out that I told the others that he was responsible, I'm dead. That's why I can't go back to the camp.
What else?
Well, I'll just sit here counting rocks.
What else?
Well, I'll just sit here counting rocks.
Alright. That's good to know. So we need to find a way to basically kill Juan, I guess, as revenge. Let's take a look at the map and see if I can... Okay, if I follow this path, it'll take me to the entrance to the bandit camp. Which I do need to do eventually, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. Eh, fine. Let's go initiate quests with the bandits, because I think I need to do like a bunch of quests for them in the swamp area to get into the bandit camp. Ah! He's having trouble getting across the platform, the bridge. And it'll probably be beneficial for me to have some of these quests active while I'm exploring the swamp, rather than like coming back to do it all after the fact. Miguel, I can steal your purse.
What are you doing here? Are you looking for something?
Plants. I'm looking for plants. Most of the stuff that grows here can be used for something. Many plants have healing properties, and you can smoke swamp weed reefers. Before my time behind the barrier, I worked as an alchemist.
Why did they put you behind the barrier?
I worked with mind-altering potions. A lot. One evening, my master Ignaz drank my experiment instead of his wine. That rendered him temporarily, unpredictable. And since then, he's been somewhat confused. The mages had me thrown behind the barrier for that. Research into forbidden knowledge, they called it.
That's a nice tie-in. Kind of explains why Ignaz is so scatterbrained.
Can you teach me something?
No time. I am here to get gold, and as long as I can't get into the camp, I make a living by selling my herbs. But if you need a few potions, I still have some.
Let's deal.
What you got? You got a bunch of garbage. I don't need any of that.
What can you tell me about the camp?
Not much. I've never been in there myself. Only Raven's people were there from the beginning. All the others who came later, like me, have to wait until they need new people.
When do they need new people?
Well, when they're missing some in there. If a digger gets himself eaten by a mine crawler, they let one of us replace him. Sometimes they also kill each other. But they've been better about that lately. Raven has controlled the access to the mine somehow so that not everyone can get in at the same time. But I don't know exactly how that works. I've never been inside.
Okay. Got a couple of guys over this way. Maybe one or two of them might have unique dialogue. Ah, why are these bridges so, like, glitchy? Can they not just put, like, a smooth mesh over them? Sancho.
Shit, another new boy. Here for the gold too, aren't you?
Gold?
Quit trying to kid me. All the new boys who come here want into the mine. But don't think it's that easy.
I heard a swamp shark. And if there's a swamp shark nearby. I'd like to kill it before it gets too close and like starts aggroing these guys. Alright, and I guess this just kind of connects back to where I was, or where I came out of the cave. Nice level up. That's 10 more skill points that I can hoard while not spending. Because I don't know what to spend them on. Might be getting to a point where I consider dumping some points into dexterity, but I don't remember how high my dexterity needs to be to do all the pickpocketing I need to do.
I think I've found something.
And I think I can get my dexterity up enough by doing like these stone tablets and elixirs and things at a certain point that I won't really need to worry about that. How many goblin berries do I have? 5? That's not a lot. Well, I guess I can buy another one from Constantino, because I did give him one for the quest. Alright, I guess I'll just go back and talk to Sancho now. Now that I cleared all those swamp sharks out. I think this is... yeah, okay, this is the path leading back to the pyramids, the builders' temples. So this is like... this is supposed to be sort of the main entrance into the bandit camp in the swamp. You come through this way here, and then... get around the thing. Oh, God. And then... what the... oh, God. I'm just gonna stay off of those things. And then Sancho is supposed to be kind of like the doorman or whatever. So let me go have a nice word with him. I'm gonna steal his purse first, though.
How do I get to the camp?
Just follow the boardwalk. But if you want to get into the mine, you'll have to get past Franco. He expects all the new boys to slave away out here for a while first.
Tell me more about the mine.
I'll give you some good advice. If you want to get in there, get in good with Franco. He's the boss out here. He decides who is the next to go in. But he'll only let you in if you don't gold brick out here. So go to him and let him give you a job.
Gold brick.
Where do I find this Franco?
He mostly hangs out in the court in front of the camp. Get in good with him or you'll wind up with a crappy job like me.
Do you have to hang around here all the time?
I'm supposed to check out all the new boys to make sure that none of them are spies. But you can forget it. I mean, we're at the end of the world here, in the middle of a swamp. No one can find us. No one will find us. And why should someone go to the trouble of sending us a spy?
What's new?
Nah, there's nothing new right now.
Alright.